Do you guys remember in the summer, 3 weeks before the 49K drop, I was doing some back testing and I found this 1 hour fractal that looked identical to what was going on. And I said, guys, a big dump might be coming. And we ended up taking the big dump. Well, today I wanted to go over, ready? Geo's 4 hour fractal. Okay, now I'm not saying this is going to happen, and I do not trade fractals before you guys be gay in my comments, but it is my responsibility to bring this to you just as I brought the 1 hour fractal to you. Now, full disclosure, I am already swing short. My swing short is absolutely swing shorting. I'm short from 107K like I indicated in my last video. However, in the midst of this crypto madness and this mass bull market, I need to keep things as objective and clean and clear with you guys, okay? And so I want to go over this fractal. Now, this fractal should not look very foreign to any of you because this is, hello, the 4 hour time frame before the last, or the first high rather, of the last cycle. Okay, so 2021, we obviously know we had this first top, and then we had this double top, and then this was the liquidation, mass manipulation, start of the bear market. We know this, okay? I wanted to go over the potential similarities between the 2021 top and what's going on right now and why. Guys, listen, I'm a reactionary trader. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but this could happen, right? It's you got to play all scenarios. And right now, I'm a little bit worried, okay? I'm a little bit worried for the crypto market, okay? And I want to go over why. So first things first, as you know, I'm short. Okay, I shorted from the high, and I let the Nexus know, and this was in the last video. So Geo, plug in the last video. Thank you, Geo. You guys already know I'm short, okay? And you already know that I shorted based upon a PO3, okay? We had a PO3, and we had a Model 1 distribution PO3 coming into fruition. And I said in that last video, I'm like, guys, I feel very unlikely that these lows are not going to go. This low might come next. And then if you start to lose, 90K, you're very likely going to head towards 85K. If you lose 85K, you're very likely going to head towards at least 77K. If you lose that, I mean, we don't really have that much support beneath us. Now, if we look at market cipher on the weekly time frame, obviously we have a weekly bearish divergence, and this weekly bearish divergence has confirmed. But not only has it confirmed, it has also taken a new high, or created a new high rather, after the dot has confirmed, which historically has happened every time. Not every time. A lot of the times we have a bearish divergence. You put in the bearish divergence and then you come and take the high, okay? I don't know if that's true. You might have to fact check me, but it happened here in 2021 on the first high, right? We put in the red dot right here, and then we made a new high after that, this is the fractal that we're comparing to. And now we're here. Okay. Let's hide market cipher. Let's come back to the 4 hour time frame. Let's talk about the similarities. We know I'm already short. I played the PO3. The PO3 is important. Why is the PO3 important? Because you also had a PO3 at the top of the 2021. I'm going to call it the top. It's not the top, but I'm going to call it the top for easy communication's sake. The top of 2021, there was a PO3 play. Right now, there was a PO3 play. There was a PO3 play, okay? You guys knew this. I told you that I took this short, and I told you that I'm not even scalping and that it was a swing short zone. By the way, I did hit my first 5-digit trade, just saying. So I'm very happy about that. Anyways, it's not about me. What do we have? We had a potential PO3 in 2024 or 2021. We have a potential PO3. Well, not potential. This was a PO3, and hello, we are approaching our target. We talked about how this could be target 1. This could be target 2. Target 1 has absolutely been smashed through. People laughed at me. Well, I mean, whatever. What now? What now? Well, let's just remember the general shape of this thing, okay? I didn't realize this until I pulled this fractal. The reason I was so confident in my short up here, we're going to zoom in. We're going on the 15-minute time frame. We're going to be jumping around a lot on time frames this video, boys, so I apologize in advance. But the reason I was so sure of this short is, remember, we had our PO3. Like, this was drawn. This was given to you. No one should have been surprised by this. But you had your Model 1 distribution, right? Your 1, your 2, your 3 tap into that PO3. So it's really strong. It's very strong. Like, nothing's ever certain, but I was very confident that the yearly high is in, okay? It can't go up forever. It can't. So, fine. We had a PO3, but we had a Model 1 distribution PO3. So it's a mad manipulative move. I'd be very surprised if we come back to here this year, okay, as in 2024. When I zoomed out the other day, I wasn't trading this week. So I was kind of zoomed out because I was swing trading, which I don't really do, but I kind of enjoyed it. Anyway, when I zoomed out, I saw this. 1, 2, 3. So what we did was we formed a Model 1 distribution locally upon a PO3 play in what appears to be right now a larger Model 1 distribution. In 2024, we had a higher time frame Model 1 distribution. Do you see where I'm getting at here? And we have the weekly divs and the daily divs. So the fractal is never going to be exact. And the fractal is more just to show you that, you know, even in the healthiest bull market, and I've been saying this all year, in the healthiest bull markets, you get 50% pullbacks, right? 53% from the high to the low. It's more to show you like a general shape. It's never going to be one-to-one, but what's possible. And if the people that are new, because there's a lot of new people coming in, a lot of new eyeballs, I need to tell you, and I'm sorry to say that what you've been taught prior to entering this crypto market this year, I'm talking specifically the ones that don't know, the new ones, it's not as sunshine and rainbows as the internet makes it seem, okay? Don't be, I mean, you guys, this is not financial advice. You can do whatever you want. I would never, ever, ever in a million years buy up here. In a billion years, I would never buy up here. Because I know that 50% corrections are very possible. Okay? They're very, very possible. What happened? Why did we come here? Like why do we even get corrections? Well, there was reason to. Whenever a market trends in one direction, whether it's up or down, it's always going to leave some form of liquidity. The healthiest market is when you like take liquidity. You know what I mean? Like you have to grab liquidity. Right now, we have not grabbed liquidity. We haven't, right? We haven't. We had this big wick, which took out this wick. Great. But we have all this still. Maybe we come for it. I don't know. I'm just presenting this fractal to you. And that's why the title of the video is What If? Because what if? What if? Do you know? No. Do I know? No. Am I expecting it? Now that I saw it, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. I would say it's more likely to happen than not to happen. Like I thought this dump was more likely to happen than not to happen. And I even told you guys on this dump that we might get some reaction here, get a little thing, and then fall, and then continue to fall. But I don't think we're going to come back up, and I don't think it's going to give you that great of a reaction. So is the dump over? I don't know. I don't think so. I can only tell you what I don't think. And I can only tell you that this is not financial advice and that I'm 5'2 3/4 and I'm a wannabe singer and you should not follow me at all because you're going to lose all your money. But I don't think so. Because what did this move even accomplish? I talk about this all the time. These equal lows were a no-brainer. Now that we took these equal lows, the target becomes less no-brainery. But think about it. Like, what did this even do? Did it do anything? Probably not, because the people that were longing in this area have their stop here. And right below here, you have all this liquidity. So, man, it's a domino effect. It's a cascade effect. When it rains, it pours. That's why big moves happen. That's why this big wick even happened. Right now, the target for the wick already got hit, and it produced a Model 1 distribution PO3 out of it, which is not bullish at all. But what did these lows do? Nothing. So I'm a little bit cautious. Now, again, it's not going to play 1-to-1. I'm not saying we're going to go down 50% from here, but let's just play, make believe here. Like we did on the Geo's 1 hour fractal, which played out basically perfectly, by the way. 53%. We're going to just play a game. Let's play what if. 53% down from where we are right now. I can't even move my screen that low. Is 51% or 51K. Do I think we're going to 51K? We could. I don't think so. I think that if this fractal is going to play out, it's not necessarily going to be as severe or as dramatic as the 2021 one. Okay? Because things are different this time, right? There's crazy bullish sentiment. True. But it's backed up by something that's actually real, like the ETFs and, all the other stuff that I don't really care about. But it's a fact, right? So let's just say we were to get a pullback from here. I think, and I think that anyone that has been here before, that's been around the block, that's not new here this cycle, that's likely about to find out. Like the people that have been in crypto since Bitcoin is at 100K don't know what pain is yet because we're still just in a range, right? But the ones that have been around the block know or should know that minus 30% moves are like, that's like a Tuesday. Minus 50%, that's like, okay, whoa, what's happening? But minus 20, minus 30, like that's a normal day in crypto. That's a normal ass day in crypto. So if we were to make a run for those levels, I think that it would potentially take us to maybe mid 70s, let's say. Let's be a little bit conservative. Let's say mid 70s. If we come to mid 70s, it will not only surely shake out many of people. It will absolutely scare the market. It will create panic amongst the ones that are just joining the party now. But it will also be the perfect retest on high time frame structure for that next leg up. And what happened in 2024, we had that high, smash like for the delay. We had that high time frame structure for that continuation until you inevitably SFP'd, and then that was the top of the bull market. We already know that the bull run is likely to end in 2025 at some point, or early 2026 perhaps. Within the next 2 years, we can probably say with confidence, based on historic data, that the bull run is going to be over within the next 2 years. We'll say that so people don't get mad at me, okay? But it's not looking that different, and this fractal is not looking that different. And might I add, on Market Cypher, what did we have here? You had the divs back here as well on the daily time frame. You had the divs back here as well on the weekly time frame. So am I saying it's going to happen? Absolutely not. I don't make predictions anymore. As you know, I do not do that anymore. I react, and then I share with you all what I reacted to, how I saw it, why I was looking in that area, like I just did for this short. And I'm still short, by the way. I have taken profits. Took profit at 92.5. Okay. I'm looking to go back in more. If I see the confirmations, you better believe I'm going to go in again, and I'm going to target this low. I'm going to target 85K. And if I can, I'm going to hold it down to 75. But what if? We're just playing what if. Now let's talk about what if to the upside. What if none of that happens? Okay. Why could it not happen? If you've been around the channel, you know this time last year, not this time, but October of last year, this range fucked me up because I'm like, oh man, there's so much liquidity. There are bearish divergences. Market Cypher looks like shit. It looks like they're going to make a quick wick like that and do that like they did here. Right, like they did on this wick, like they did on the 49K wick that I shorted on YouTube live stream, by the way. So you should make sure you hit the like button and the notification bell when you subscribe. Right, you left the liquidity, they did that, and then they went up. Great, like they did here. Right, you left the liquidity, they wicked down, and then up. Great. I thought they were going to do that here. They didn't do that here. In the Nexus, we've been talking about the similarities between this range. Let me screenshot it. Hold on. Between this range and we're on the 8-hour time frame, by the way, and this range. We've been talking about the similarities. And for quite some time, despite all the divergences, I've been saying, guys, listen, we can't get carried away. We can't talk about 85K. We can't talk about 70K. We can't talk about 50K until we start losing, 95K, for example, right? You can't talk about, that's how I trade. I can't talk about 150K. We're at 97K right now. Let's talk about 100. Once you get to 100, we could talk 105 or 110. Once you get to 110, we could talk 120. You can't talk about 120 right now. That's how I trade. So I've been saying, look at how back here in 2023, October, they didn't come back for that liquidity. And I've identified that it completely fucked me up, okay? I learned so much from this range. I went back and I studied the hell out of this. And so I'm like, well, we don't need to. We don't need to. That's the difference. That's when I learned it doesn't need to do what you think. That's when I learned you can't marry your ideas. You got to play both sides. And then just react. That's what I do. That's literally, it's as simple as that. I build a case, I build a narrative in both directions, and then I just react. All I do. I don't make predictions. But what if they don't come back for that liquidity and then they lay truly just up only? Which is very much so a possibility. Am I leaning more towards this option? No. Because we've been in a very big uptrend. We haven't retested anything. There is a lot of liquidity. There's a lot of new money coming into crypto. And we all know that all cycles, healthy cycles anyways, move up and down. Actually, not even unhealthy cycles. They do move up and down eventually. So would I be surprised if they did that? No. Would I be surprised if they continue higher and then do that? No. I don't know. But I'm presenting the scenario. Not the scenario, but I'm presenting the fractal because I think these are the moments where the most people lose the most money, right? Like, you know, I mean, nobody should have been shorting here. And nobody, in my opinion, should be longing here. These are the moments that get the most people. And if I can help save a couple extra dollars, then, you know, that's kind of my goal. It's not all what meets the eye. You're going to start seeing the tweets. Oh, who the fuck is selling? And oh my God, fuck this crypto shit, I'm out. You're going to start seeing that. Anyways, I wanted to bring the fractal to your attention just because it's a possibility. Anything is a possibility, guys. Anything's a possibility. I'm prepared for it. The Nexus is prepared for it, either scenario. And yeah, I mean, so far things have been going well. Man, Sui in the last video, in my very last video, go back and watch it if you didn't see it. In my very last video, I drew this exact thing. I drew this on Sui. Literally exactly this. I drew this perfectly, and then I drew that. Did I expect to get this much of a retracement this quick? No. Did I expect to get it this big and this fast and this quick, which is what I just said? No. Do I expect to come and continue higher? Maybe. It could. I didn't catch the long, I'll tell you that. I definitely did not catch that long. That happened at 3 a.m. for me. Am I upset about it? Hell no. Did I close my short? Hell yeah. Because I had a plan and I stuck to the plan. And so I ask you guys before I let you go. The 4-hour fractal, the 2021 high, the first high. What if?